Hello and welcome to New Filmmakers Los Angeles. My name is Danny DeLillo and we're here at the Cameras Los Angeles showroom in West Hollywood, and I'm here with Rodrigo with his amazing movie, Jimbo. Let's take a look at a clip.
You're my son, Jimbo. For us, there ain't but two ways to live. One is to be submissive to the system. The other one is to rebel to the system, and you don't goddamn know which ones we are.
Rodrigo, congratulations on your film. You did a fantastic job. For those who haven't the pleasure of seeing it, tell us a brief synopsis.
Jimbo it's a story about a young boy lives with a crazy family and a very oppressor dad. And that one day, with one epiphany that happens with him, he decides to break through all these rules and oppression and live by himself.
Honestly, like, I don't want to give anything away for those that haven't seen it, but I was like up on my feet like, yeah, at the end. It was so brilliant. So you got to see it. I don't want to give too much away. It's a great story. And as we were just speaking earlier, it's so great because it's a real character-driven story about this family. Where did your inspiration come from in creating this story?
You know, it's interesting because I was traveling all over like California, and I was camping in a city. There's this small town. It calls Islab City. And in that place, I could find so many different characters and diversity, people that they decide to live without the system. And that kind of character, people that decide to live in a very different lifestyle, I was, oh, that's such an interesting people. And as soon as I start to research more and live with them and exchange ideas, I was really inspired about like writing something about those kind of people.
Yeah.
And also Jimbo, my main character in the film, is a guy that doesn't speak that much. He has like almost like 3-4 lines in the whole film.
That's right.
So that also is inspired by a guy that used to live right next to me, that it was so hard for him to express himself. And he always tries so hard. And I was really fascinated about it because I do feel it's something that I can be related in somehow in my life.
Well, speaking of your cast, I mean, brilliant performances, and it's so amazing that the central character, who, as you say, doesn't have very many lines, but oh my goodness, you feel in every shot like what he's going through and what he's feeling. It's so resonant. Great actors. Where did you come about your cast?
Yeah, that was like, I was casting everywhere. I was trying to find those people everywhere, really. It was really, really hard because I want to have these kind of weird looking guys, but at the same time, I want to have people that they already have something with like my characters, that they can be easily related, or the character is already who they are, you know. I started to do everywhere. I was using all the websites that we have here in LA to cast and trying to find cast directors, friends, and was a long process until I found them.
Well, I mean, they were absolutely brilliant. Now, obviously, you had this. I felt like the locations that you even had were so perfect, and you know, obviously filming in the car and all those kind of different things. What were kind of some of the challenges that you had in sort of making this? Because you had a lot of different setups, different places. What was that experience like?
Oh man, I think location was a huge problem in the end. I thought in the beginning it was super easy. Let's go to the desert, making a film in the desert. That's gonna be,
right? Yeah, no one's gonna bother.
Yes,
fine, right?
It's gonna be really cheap and super easy.
Yeah.
But it was actually the opposite. We had to close roads, and I need to have cops every time because we had guns.
Yeah.
And so it was really, really challenging, and especially I think from the producing side, was super hard, and to get all these kind of like, you know, permits and have the cops there. It's kind of like, for me in the beginning was really uncomfortable to have them there. Because it's kind of like it's not someone from the crew that it's there with you, it's somebody else. But I think, and then we have to change one place from another place in the same day. So my choice was always trying to be in the same area and not to be so far. And in that kind of area, find place that could actually, you know, look or have the look that I want to have in the film.
Yeah.
And it's all Lancaster, to be honest. It was all over Lancaster and that area, and worked pretty well. But the main challenge, I think, was the permits and the legal parts of shooting on the road.
It's important, yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, yeah, if anyone who wants to make a film in the desert, it's not all a breeze. And I think there's a very good points that you made there as well. Now, you know, it's a great experience to go and make a film, particularly independent, because, you know, you're so much more involved with the project. And like you say, you took on more than one role in particular. What's it like to have your film selected for New Filmmakers LA and have it out there to an audience and people after the hard work that you've done?
No, it's so actually, it's so cool and at the same time so frightening.
Yeah.
You have these like two sides of the same coin. I was excited to see reaction and how like the audience would feel my film, because I'm so into the film already that I don't know if I can actually, you know, feel as like first time I'm watching the film. So observing people and getting that kind of feedback is something that was really interesting and powerful for me. And on the other hand, was really like frightening just to be exposed and feel naked.
It's your film, baby.
Exactly.
Yeah, I know. You
Exactly.
want to protect it. I understand.
But you want everybody to watch. You know,
Yeah.
you want like more people that can watch your film and have access to your film. That's exactly what we want. Everybody want to have. You know, if you make a film, it's to show it to someone else.
Yeah.
So.
Well, no, it's Well, you're from the beautiful Brazil, Sao Paulo, Brazil. And then he has Italian side, so where the passion comes from as well. Double for you, because Brazilians are very passionate. But what was interesting as well is that what's so fantastic is, you know, you've been here 5 years, and then through your discovery of living in the United States, you sort of like picked a very American like story. You know, what you as a filmmaker, as a director, like coming from another country, like myself as an immigrant, like what kind of like, you know, what's your kind of experience to kind of like really pinpoint on like an American story? Because you've been obviously went around California, the journey of that.
I think, you know, it's about my lifestyle. I try to find my inspirations in my like everyday routine. So I'm a guy that I'm always traveling, camping, and living on the road, or basically trying to be close to nature and trying to get like to know different people too. I always had this like, you know, curiosity about like people that they just don't live regular life.
Yeah.
And in my research here, I was since the beginning, since 5 years ago, I was fascinated about that kind, you know, meeting that I had, like encounters with very amazing, different, unique people that you can find in California. And my inspiration comes from that place, from like, you know, meeting those very different, unique personalities here.
Yeah.
And like I said, I think it's Lab City and camping and going out, all those kind of things that actually brought the idea of like, okay, I think my film is that thing. Yeah. But it's also something that I have been living here, something, these characters, these people, I want to be in this kind of reality right now. You know?
Yeah, well, I mean, we live in a beautiful state. We're very fortunate to live in the beautiful California. And I think that's such an important thing as a filmmaker anyway, is to sort of like be aware of your surroundings and go and experience and learn and travel, and all of those things I think are so important for filmmakers to understand. That's also part of the journey too, you know, that's part of you as a filmmaker. I love your storytelling, I have to be honest. But what's next for you in the world of filmmaking?
Oh, I'm actually working my first feature film now.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And my main idea is to be shooting the film the beginning of next year.
Excellent.
And I think that's my main goal. I think like, yeah, we all want to make a feature film.
What's the genre, do you know yet?
Yes, I know. It's a thriller. It's a mystery thriller, very dark film in a way.
Oh, very good.
It's, yeah.
Well, thank you for challenging us. It's with your filmmaking. I love it. It was Jimbo is a really special film. So thank you very much, and congratulations on Jimbo and many more in the feature next year.
Thank you very much, guys. Thank you for this opportunity.
Oh, you're welcome.